Want to know how you can make over £1,000 per month without risking anything? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do that using match betting. Hi, my name's Joe. I'm a 21-year-old university student and I've been match betting for around 2 years now. I started in university when a friend mentioned it to me. He said he'd made £600 in less than a month and I was like, I've got to get on this because I was looking for ways to make money online anyway. And yeah, the rest is history. So first of all, what do you actually need to start match betting? And it's really not that hard. All you need is a phone and to be a legal resident in the UK. Well, I'm teaching you as if from the UK, but there are loads of other countries where you can do match betting, but this specifically applies for the UK. What actually is match betting? Now, although it has the word betting in the title, it's not gambling at all. There's no risk of you losing money with match betting if you do it right. So the basic premise of match betting is you bet on one side using a bookmaker, which is called a back bet, and you take the other side of the bet, so betting against something happening, using an exchange, which is called laying a bet. Now, it's slightly more complicated than that, but that's the basic principle of it. So we could go over to one site, for example, Bet365, and bet £10 on Arsenal to win. We could then go into a different platform called an exchange, where we can lay things, for example, Smarkets, and bet £10 on Arsenal not to win. And it's important to note that the lay covers either a draw or a loss. So as long as Arsenal don't win, our lay will win and our lay will pay out. This is the bit that makes us completely risk-free and it sort of balances out both sides. Now you're probably wondering, how do we make money from this? We can now move on to the first step of how you make money, which is sign-up offers. Now I'm sure you will have seen loads of sign-up offers online. For example, bet £10, get £30 in free bets. Those are the most common types of sign-up offers. Bet something, get this free bet. And we can turn these into guaranteed profit. In fact, over £800 in guaranteed profit if you do all of the sign-up offers from all of the bookmakers. Now, if you have already signed up to some bookmakers, don't worry, you can still make loads of money. You just might have a small chunk of the sign-up offers that you've completed already, but I assure you that you haven't done all of the sign-up offers because there are hundreds of bookmakers that do sign-up offers. When you start, that's probably where the bulk of your money is going to come from. But don't worry, there's loads of other ways you can make more money once you finish those. It's not as if you finish those £800 and then that's it with match betting. No, there's loads more, but that's kind of more complicated stuff. So I'll try and just stick to the sign-up offers for the moment. So with the sign-up offers, you need to first bet the £10 in order to unlock the, say, £30 in free bets. That's what the Bet365 promotion is, bet 10, get 30, so I'm going to stick with that. So first of all, how do we unlock that £10 in free bets without risking any money? It's just the same as what I explained in the beginning. So the minimum odds for this sign-up offer for the qualifying bet on Bet365 is 1.2. So first we need to change our odds format to decimal, as it's normally in fractional when you sign up to a bookmaker. And once you've turned it into decimal, you then need to find something, I'd say ideally on football, but you can do other things like horse racing. Just make sure you read the T's and C's of the offer. There's obviously above odds of 1.2. So for example, tonight, Stoke are taking on Hull. The odds for Stoke to win are 2.1. So that's above our 1.2, so perfect. Next, we need to go over onto our exchange and check the odds on there of what the same thing is, but laying it. I'd recommend starting with Smarkets and using the code COMFREE to get 0% commissions. I'm not paid by Smarkets to say that, but the 0% commissions will help. It's not the be all and end all if you've already used Smarkets and then you have to be on 2% commissions, so it'll just slightly reduce your profits. But Smarkets is what I'd recommend to start with. It's easy, like the interface is easy to understand. So in the search bar at the top, I'd search the Stoke game and I can now see the odds for Stoke to win are 2.2. So they were 2.1 on Bet365 and 2.2 on here. Next, I'd need to go over to a match betting calculator. I can link a match betting calculator below. The one that I use, there's loads of options out there that I'm sure you'll find. And set our stake, £10 is our stake, £10 on Bet365, that's what we're going to place. Odds on Bet365, which is the back bet, so the one at the top, 2.1. Odds of the lay bet is 2.2, and that will give us our qualifying loss. Now, I did say without losing money, sometimes you'll make a small, well, most of the time you'll make a small loss in order to, but then we're unlocking £30 in free bets, so it is worth it. I promise you, you're going to make profit in the end. So here is a 45p qualifying loss. That's fine. I'd say anything below 60p is all right, that's good. So then I'd need to place £10 on Bet365 for, I think it was Stoke to win. And then I'd also need to place on the lay side, which on Smarkets is the blue box next to where it says Stoke, the blue box on the right-hand side. And it gives us our stake from the match betting calculator, which would be £9.55 I need to put in there. That ensures a 45p qualifying loss regardless of the outcome. So win, if Stoke win, lose or draw, we're going to lose 45p, but that's fine. It's better than losing £10 when you actually bet. So we don't want to gamble. We don't want to gamble, guys. So we've done that, placed that on both sides with the 0% commissions on some markets, great. And now we wait. We wait for the bet to settle. Obviously, if it's horse racing, you could do it right before the race and only have to wait 10 minutes. But with football, I've got to wait for the game to finish. So now let's just pretend the bet has settled straight away. And in our account, we have a lovely £30 in free bets. So now we can use the exact same technique we've just done with one small difference to lock in 80% of the free bet value. So £30, 80% of £30 is £24. We can lock in at least £24 from this. So that's why I said 45p qualifying loss isn't going to matter. It's just going to take off our total profits. It's fine. We do this exact same method. The only difference is we'd look to use higher odds, because with higher odds we can maximize our profits from the free bets. If, for example, if we did something with the same odds of Stoke to win on £30 in free bets, then our profit would only be £15. Still all right, £15 guaranteed profit, but it could be much higher if we use higher odds.
Just really quickly, I forgot to mention, when you're dealing with free bets, you need to change the setting on the top of the calculator to free bet SNR.
When I say high odds, I mean between odds of 5 and just 5 or more. But this is another thing that I've sort of forgotten to mention. As you go higher odds, the liability is also higher. So you have to have that amount of money in your markets. Liability, that is a whole different rabbit hole. I think I'm gonna have to make a whole nother video on that, because it is sort of confusing to get your head around liability and how laying actually works. So just take my word for it, you want to use higher odds when you're using your free bets. So around 5 is good, 6, 7, anywhere around there is good. And we can lock in £24 profit. And yeah, that's a really quick rundown of how you can make over £800 in profit from these sign-up offers. There are literally hundreds of them. I hope you kind of pay attention to that. If not, don't worry, it is a confusing thing. I think it definitely took me a few weeks to get my head around everything, but once it all clicks into place, it's so easy, honestly. And as I said, once you have finished these sign-up offers, which I'd recommend definitely start with the sign-up offers, it's the easiest way to just make quick money. There are loads of other things you can do. For example, price boosts, special offers, like loads of other different free bet offers you can do on a regular basis. Casino offers, 2-ups, there's so many other things, but don't worry about them for now. If you're new to match betting, just focus on the sign-up offers. If you wanted a clear guide to follow of everything that I've gone through, you can follow at your own pace. I realise I've spoken very fast. I have a free Discord that you can join, which goes through the first few sign-up offers that I'd recommend you start with. And also I have put a link to a list of all of the sign-up offers, a really up-to-date list of all the sign-up offers you can complete in there. Look, there are services out there that you can pay for, but realistically, there's a free list. You can go through all of those yourself and make £800 of profit. You don't need to pay someone else to tell you about that free list, which is kind of what it is. There are services out there that they do offer good things after the free bets, but to start with, I'd say do it yourself. Just if you're new to match betting, just get in the free server and take a look at the stuff we've got up there. We've got everything you need to start, so I'd recommend just start. Don't worry about paying loads of money for a fancy service. Just start and do it yourself and figure it out yourself. Make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes with this. Don't be put off if you make mistakes. No one knows what they're doing when they first start. So ask people, ask me, get in the Discord, send me messages. I want to help you. So it is a legitimate side hustle, and I was very skeptical when I started. Also, some tips that I have actually written down is make sure you read the terms and conditions of the sign-up offer. It will tell you everything you need to know on the specific bookmaker's terms and conditions. So make sure. So if the minimum odds are 2.0, don't be placing a qualifying bet at 1.8 because you won't get your free bets. And also, you need to track everything. Take it from me, it's really important to track everything. Otherwise, you're going to get lost with all the stuff you're doing. There's so many things you can be focused on at the same time. There's no point paying money for some fancy profits tracker. I literally just use an Excel spreadsheet, profit/loss on one column, just the name of the bet or whatever it is, just for example, Stoke qualifying bet or whatever, and then the date. You can add it up really easy on Excel. I think like formula is equals sum, and then you just select all the things you want to add up, and you can work out your weekly profit. I think that's everything for this video. Hopefully I'm going to break things up into smaller chunks that are just more easily digestible. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned something. Don't worry if you find this confusing. I found it confusing at the same point, but just keep persisting, and I promise you can easily make over £500, if not over £1,000 every month with very little effort, really. I'm putting on stuff half an hour a day maybe, and I'm making well over £1,000 a month. It's just easy once you get past that initial learning curve. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.